What's up, you guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video. Today we have a fragrance from Afnan, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it's that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, or an automobile. Maybe you watch me on the toilet. If you are, hopefully you're cleansing yourself. By the way, if you are cleansing yourself on a toilet, please consider a bidet. Man, before I get into this fragrance, man, you know, just thinking of water squirting in your butt probably wasn't the thing that rang through my mind while taking a number 2 adult, okay? But man, after the first time I used it, man, when you go to a bathroom that does not have it, it's just not the same. So again, it does save on toilet paper as well. Man, when we first moved in this house, we brought a bidet. This was about a year and a half ago. We bought like I think it was like a 26 pack of like the jumbo toilet paper. And man, we still probably have like 8 left. So that's almost a year ago. So look at all the toilet paper that you would be saving. Anyways, enough about the bidet. If you guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very important. And man, we are closing in on that 4,000 subscriber mark. Now we're probably about like, you know, another 3,000 away, but still, we are getting there. And honestly, I couldn't even imagine getting to that point a year and a half ago. So thank you guys. It is an honor. Without you guys, there'd be no point in doing these videos. Now, obviously, someone who's kind of like still like a newbie in the game must have gotten some kind of I'm trying to think of the word, inspiration to come up with videos. And especially doing these Middle Easterns, one of my inspirations was Mr. Smelly Cat. Now, my favorite Middle Eastern guy is Joy Amin, man. And the cool thing is, the guy gave me a shout out not too long ago. I was actually really honored with that. But Joy Amin, Smelly Cat, AC, all those guys are awesome. They do a great job with their reviews and everything. So go check them out. I'll leave their description down below. Now, Mr. Smelly Cat said this fragrance right here that I got, that I'm going to be pulling up, is probably, well, actually I didn't watch it. But the way his face looked on his damn thumbnail looked like it said this was amazing. Now, I didn't watch it, not because I didn't want to watch it, but because I wanted to see if I'm kind of close to what he said before I actually look into the video. So, this one is that Afnan Tobacco Rush. Okay, again, a lot of times, sometimes I don't like watching other people's videos just to see like if I'm catching some of these notes before someone else or something like that. See if, again, a lot of us smell different things. That's why a lot of times you will not see me do comparison videos. Now I'll do a comparison if it's 2 clones, whatever, like if I actually got the 2 clones. But if I tell you guys something is similar to something else, I can give you that. But then again, you guys might not smell the same thing. You guys might be like, oh, it smells nothing alike. So that's a lot of times why I do really don't like doing these comparison videos. I like to take fragrances for what they are, because again, when you got a big collection like that, even if you got like 50 bottles, you probably got at least 2 or 3 fragrances that smell similar. So it's no point in comparing these fragrances. Just go for what they are, okay? Now, you guys remember the patchouli on fire. I'm assuming this is the other one that's similar to that one, okay? Same box style. Okay, this one is more like that $1 food stamp. The color, it's kind of got this brownish kind of gray look. White, gray, brown box. You open it up, and then you are greeted with this bad boy, Afnan Tobacco Rush. And now I have my favorite tobacco fragrance right down here, which is another Middle Eastern fragrance, and I will see which one smells better, which one you should spend your hard-earned money on them. This one was, I believe, 55 bucks. I'll leave the description down below. This was actually another seller. This time, this one guy was out in Pennsylvania. So shout out to all my Pennsylvania peeps, but take a look at this bottle. Very similar to the other one, but this one has like this brown on the outside. This brown and almost like gold look, if you will. So very similar to the patchouli on fire, besides this one being gold and brown, the other one being silver and blue. So let's crack this bad boy open, see what it is all about, and see if it's a wower. Okay, here we go. Nice wide distribution, not a pressure sensitive atomizer that I'd like, but nonetheless it does the trick. Getting a dry tobacco, almost leathery, like if you took the best of both worlds, like you took a dry tobacco, almost something similar to like red tobacco, and then you took that nice leathery note. This is kind of what I'm getting already in the air. I'm gonna get closer, but it's kind of got this like kind of woody kind of smokiness, if you will. So again, kind of dry tobacco, almost like smelling a cigarette. You know how like if you took a cigarette and you smelled it, you get that kind of woody, earthy, tobacco-y smell. It might sometimes be slightly sweet. Now there's just a hint of sweetness in the air, not too much. You might not notice it, but I'm noticing just a touch of sweetness, not too much, and really just leather. So a tobacco-y leather fragrance. But let me get closer to see if anything looks different. Again, there's a nice little sheen on the hand, but let's get closer. Definitely starting to get more of a sweetness. That's sweet. Again, I did say there was a touch of that sweetness. Now that was just me smelling it in the air. I'm definitely getting a little bit more sweetness in here, almost like a maybe Tonka sweet. It's not super sweet, but it's definitely sweetening sweetening that tobacco up quite a bit. So I'm not really getting too much leather when I'm getting closer to it, although it did smell super leathery in the air. It smelled leathery and kind of, again, tobacco-y, kind of earthy and woody. Kind of get a little bit of that leather now that I'm really taking it in. So it does kind of remind me a little bit of red tobacco. Now I do have a clone of Mancera's red tobacco somewhere up here. If I can get it, I'll bring it out just to see if I'm smelling those similarities. But it is kind of reminding me of just that. Now, whether this one has that vanilla and stuff in it, the nice vanilla dry down, is yet to be seen. But again, smells like a cigarette. Now, again, not in a bad way, not like a lit cigarette where you smell that other chemicals and stuff and gases and smoke and all that. It doesn't smell like that. Just a dry tobacco, a nice dry tobacco. Spray this and see. I think we are kind of getting very similar to that. I like the sprayer on this one a little bit better, the bottle on that one. So in the air, this one doesn't kind of have that leathery smell that I was smelling. Let's see. Okay, so where they are similar is that dry tobacco smell. They kind of differentiate a little bit. They separate a little bit after that. This one does, you're starting to get a little bit more of that. Smells a little bit leathery, like a nice smooth leather. Again, a little bit of that dry tobacco, kind of woody. This one's kind of got a little bit more of a sweetness to it, not too much. Okay, so just that dry tobacco is where I get the similarities. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one is my favorite tobacco fragrance right here. This is that Tobacco Touch. Now, this is again from Maison Alhambra. Now, honestly, I think I'm already going to tell you guys, if you guys do have to grab a tobacco fragrance, go with this one. I highly suggest this one more, especially if you maybe don't want that more of a manlier take on tobacco. Maybe you want something that sweetens it up a little bit and makes it a little bit more playful. This Tobacco Vanilla is a little bit more playful, but also sexy and seductive as well. So I'm going to spray that here real quick just to show you guys. You guys already know this is a Tobacco Vanilla. Almost kind of smells like root beer, almost like cream soda, if you will, with that little bit of tobacco in the air as well. Spicy. Man, Smells almost like Christmas. Kind of get this almost nutmeggy, cinnamony, gingerbready smell with a little bit of that tobacco that kind of gives it this woodiness. Now again, I'd say the tobacco is more noticeable in this, okay? But this, if you need one tobacco fragrance, okay, something that just says tobacco on it, I would suggest this one. Now, that's not to say this tobacco touch is bad. It's just I'm not too impressed with this fragrance as I was with the Patchouli on Fire. Yes, you get a little bit of that tobacco. Yes, it smells kind of leathery, kind of sweet, maybe from some tonka bean. But this one just doesn't do it for me just yet. Now, I will give another try later. Now, again, remember, yesterday I did say in one of my videos, the opening is usually the main key of any fragrance. That's usually the selling point of any fragrance, okay? And sometimes it's not. Sometimes you really got to give a fragrance another shot down the line. Maybe we got to wear this in a different climate, okay? Maybe we wear this outdoors. Maybe we'll see what that breeze does. Maybe a breeze does something a little bit different. But from what I smell so far, it smells tobacco-y, smells leathery, smells kind of woody. Again, kind of sweet, a little bit sweet. If you guys do not have this one, I highly suggest to go out and grab this one, this Tobacco Touch from Mason & Lumber. Again, it's their version of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla. You get that vanilla, you get them spices, again, nutmeggy, kind of gingerbready, kind of cinnamony. Then you get tobacco that gives you that woody earthiness. But you know what? This one so far, I'm not highly impressed with, but I will check this one down the line, okay? So, with that being said, I am not going to go out there and run and tell everybody to grab this one just yet, okay? Give me some time with it. Now, if you like that tobacco leather, kind of woody, slightly sweet, if that's what you like, the description, then go out there and go try this, okay? You might actually like it. But me personally, I do not recommend this one just yet. So we'll give it a little bit more time, maybe a little bit when it gets a little cooler. We'll see what the breeze does and go from there. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Yeah.